Welcome to Beyond Pride and Power, Desired Unseen. I'm your host, Brenna Anderson. Today we're going to be going over some of the struggles that queer women deal with. The first struggle that we're going to talk about is misogyny and how it affects queer women. The next is femme versus masc representing women. And the last struggle is the lack of sex education for queer women. Now let's talk about misogyny. Misogyny is basically if a woman is hated and it goes against societal norms of women need to be a certain way. Basically, the women are hated for how they are. You need to have certain gender roles. Women need to be cooking. Women need to take care of children. And for queer women, that is hard because there is no man in the relationship for lesbians. And if bisexual dating women, so it is very difficult for those women to fit in the society because of those norms. Going along with that, they're hard to fit in because they're sexualized. A lot of men sexualize those type of women because they are women, because they have certain bodies and because they look a certain way, and it's very hard on those types of people because it's hard for them to be out in certain queer communities because gay men or those who identify as men try to put certain roles onto these types of women, and it makes it hard for them to fit in these types of communities because of how they are treated. So the next topic I'm going to talk about is feminine versus masculine women. Feminine women are treated a lot different than masculine women for one reason. It's how they appear and how they hold themselves. Feminine women are more seen as women. They get treated like women. Obviously they have the struggles of being seen as women. They have those gender roles put onto them a lot more than masculine representing women, because masculine representing women are seen more as men and are seen as disgusting because they look a certain way, and it's very hard for them to be accepted in society and sometimes in the community because they aren't sure if they're a man or whatever it may be. It's very hard for these types of women to be accepted and to feel seen because simply just how they look, and it's very unfair. These certain roles, they feel like they have to sit into a man role because they look like a man or they get treated like a man, and it's quite unfair. Whereas feminine women get treated like a woman and masculine women don't. They get treated like a man, and they have the whole, oh, you look like a man, so you need to be a man in the relationship, when there is no man in the relationship. It's just how they look and how they feel most comfortable looking. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the lack of sex education in queer women. In general, there is just a lack of it. I was only educated in high school, there was nothing before that. I wasn't educated until then, and even then there's still stuff that I am finding out to this day. Queer women especially don't get enough education. We don't even know our full reproductive system until recently. It's a big topic, and I admire those who are on social media talking about it. These sex educators and therapists who are talking about these topics need to be talked about more, because it's important to understand stuff that could go wrong and what to look for in, your health, and what to get tested for, and cancers. There's so many things, but just knowing what to look out for, but also to be educated. Lastly, in summary of Beyond Pride and Power, Desired Unseen, there are many things that you can do to change these stereotypes and change how these women feel. Make sure women feel seen, make sure they feel heard. Go on to queer communities. Look for resources about sex education, being out, masculine representing women, feminine representing women, trying to be yourself. Don't judge someone for how they look or their sexuality. Don't hate women for simply existing. Just because there are certain gender roles of men need to act this way, women need to act this way, doesn't mean it has to be true. Things have changed. It's just important to be treated like you exist. So make sure you treat everyone the same. Then we have feminine versus masculine women. Like I said, don't treat anyone differently. Woman or woman, feminine or masculine representing, doesn't matter what you look like, you should be treated the same. Shouldn't matter. And sex education. Please, please, please educate yourself. Do not go into a relationship if you do not know your own body. You need to educate yourself on your own body and how it works. Learn and educate yourself. Your body is important. With that being said, thank you for listening to Beyond Pride and Power, Desired Unseen. This has been your host, Brenna Anderson. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a great day.